Hi guys, welcome to today's video here in Creativity Incorporated. I wanted to start the video a little different today. I wanted to kind of like talk about the book or the project as I'm showing you the process. Hopefully you guys like this way of video. Let me know if you do or if you don't or you found it annoying. Anywho, so I wanted to start with the cover. The cover is a plastic like leftover or trash from those 3D puzzles that you well usually my kid does it. They're like this. My son made a whole book of pages of that. So like I don't know what these would be called, like these things. Um he loves to create and he loves to make stuff. So he has a lot of these. So he used them as pages for that. So here are some of the things that he made, and these are some of this one came from this set, I think. I'm not too sure, but I think it did. And these are some of those leftovers too. And there's pictures in here of him like building the thing. So I really liked this, and by chance I found that one that he had not put in this journal. And so I was very excited that I was able to use it here, and I liked how it looked. I had made a what is it, like a gauge face on here, and I made it out of soda can, and I felt like it was kind of cool. It looked kind of cool there. I don't know how I feel about the rock star showing through the back, but I like it. I like it. I attached it to this kind of sort of spine. um what is it called? There's two spines. This is it's like a, I don't know what you'd be called, a spine or not, but it holds the cover on this one, and then on these little ones in here holds the like the papers inside. But on the outer spine, I used a brass tube that comes in a 3-pack at Hobby Lobby, and they come in different sizes. And I grabbed the smaller one available, and I just bent it to the size that I wanted, and I drilled a hole and I put the ends in there, and then at the ends I crimped the bottom so that it opens the cylinder up and it doesn't let it go back up the hole. And then I attached it via what is it called, crazy glue and baking soda, and it creates like a little putty. It creates like body, and so I created body around the base of it, and then I attached trinkets. I have a bunch of things that my family, even my mom, picks up for me and gives me rusty like little niblets and stuff. And so I used a few of them to attach this one, and then I used a few of them to attach the two little ones in here. They were very helpful. On these, the inside tabs, each of these has a tab on both sides. So these are made of aluminum strips. They kind of come like this, and I just cut them, and I gave it a little line on the inside, so it gives me something interesting, not just a black blob, but or strip. I wanted something interesting in it, a design in it. So on the back of it, I make a design, and then I paint it, and after it's dried, I sand it so that embossed part or line or design that I made shows up a little bit more. But it literally just starts as a little strip of soda can. I've used this way of binding, would it be, for my infinity journal. This is my little infinity journal that you're able to flip an infinite amount of time or times, because it just keeps going. And so I use like brass, leather. I used the strips, and I've attached some of them. I staple them. Then I've also done like a hole, and then I kind of like sewed it with wire. I liked that too. Here too, I used it to hold this, but I also was able to do an eyelid on this one, and I really like the grungy aspect of it and how it makes it allows it to, for the playfulness of this, you know. So you see how many times I flipped it and it won't end, and so it's fun. It was fun. Anyways, I used soda can tabs for this one. On this one, I used thread, and it's not as fun. I feel like I wanted to see if it was just that, but I feel like the soda cans gave it that perfect je ne sais quoi. Just kidding. But yeah, I really liked the soda can. And so I've been wanting to use it again, and I feel this is the perfect project for that. So I used folio, like manila folders. But in here, like I could, I could attach a little band, and I could put another signature. I can make a pocket here, pocket envelope here, another pocket. I mean, there's so many things that you can create inside of these, like to organize bills and stuff like that. I think this was a perfect way to doing that. Or like important documents. I've been wanting to have a place where I could put like my kids' social security cards and birthdays and all that stuff, and I felt like this was a good way of doing it. I'm missing one more tab, but he's a grown-up and I don't have none of his stuff anyways. So I wanted to use it for that purpose. But anyways, so here you go. I stapled all of these on here, and I really it moves really smoothly, like really smoothly, and I attached it the same way with the wire. But in this case, I made a hole in a wire. I bented the insides of the wire, and I just built up the body with the same technique. You see that? The same technique of the silicone glue, not the crazy glue, and was it gesso? No, baking soda. Sorry. And a little bit more like wash it things or round things that I found. And then this is the cover. This was a cover to a book I made in high school or middle school, something like that. I found a lot of scraps, aluminum scraps. And what I did is I, ribbed them together and made a cover for my portfolio, my high school portfolio. And so I really loved it. I've always wanted to incorporate it in another project. And it was bigger because it had to be the size of a portfolio. Everybody was turning in like the 3-ring binder. And I kind of wanted to stay on that because you had to turn in like the pages, the regular 8x10 pages. So I made it that size, but I didn't need it that big for this project. So I folded the whole thing. And it was really easy to fold, with 2 rulers and clamps. And that allows it to bend where I need it to bend perfectly. It's not a stick material, but it is kind of hard to bend by hand. So you kind of just use those rulers as a guide also to fold it into, and then I just pressed it down really easily, and I really like it. I first thought of cutting it, but I felt like I didn't want to like just have this loose piece going out, and at the end of the day we can use this as a pocket, Anyway, that was the original color of the cover, and I just used paint to go through that. I used enamel paint, so it's like a little, it's a little harder to scratch off than regular acrylic paint. And so I used that. I used a little bit of black, I used a little bit of brown, and then in here to add the little texture, I did the same technique that I did to glue here. I used why do I keep on forgetting? I used the crazy glue to glue this, to put on here, and then I made volume with the baking soda powder. And so I did that all over the place. I don't know if you see here. And then I painted it with texture paste and brown and blacks and all that stuff. But all in all, I really had a good time working on it. I had a lot of fun gathering like trinkets and trash that I've collected or I've been given. Like this thing, I really loved it. I wish I had more because it functions great as a clip, but it's not a clip. Well, it might be a clip for something, but I don't know what it could be for. But I really loved playing with this. I loved the feeling. The experience is actually very sturdy, very fun to play with. And like I said, I am going to use it as a storage for important documents that I need them somewhere, I have them in a Ziploc baggie tucked away, and I just feel like I needed something. So I feel like this would be perfect for that. Anyways, thank you so much for watching today's video. I know it was a little different than it had been before in the past. So let me know if you guys like this way of showing you the project. I know it was a little short and sweet, but I don't know. I think I like doing short videos. I don't know. They're easier to edit, that's for sure. But rather than the long ones, and it kind of helps me kind of record a little bit here and there, and then still be able to be fast at it. I feel like I'm taking too long. I do have a busier life than usual, but I still want to share my creations with you guys. I love hearing your comments, and I love interacting with you guys. Till next time, guys, stay safe, stay crafty, and I love you guys. Bye.